Hello and welcome to another episode of Shots Fired. Today we're talking about the M. Night Shyamalan film, Split. Yeah. But before we get into the nitty gritty about that, let's talk about M. Night Shyamalan and his varied filmography.
The next Spielberg. I mean, for those of you not au fait with the director, he brought out a couple of really good films in the 90s. He was then hailed as the next Spielberg, and then ever since, he's just sort of disappointed, and everyone's always, said, why is M. Night, why has he brought out another terrible film? We thought he was going to be good this time. Yeah,
what?
Yeah, from two films. Yeah. That started off his legacy, 2 films. So, anyway, should we go into those in a bit more detail?
Yes. So the first one is
the Sixth Sense. Sixth. I can't pronounce that word. Sixth Sense. Okay. Sixth Sense, which is pretty good. It's worth a couple of watches. First time through and then a second time through, but
not one of the best films of all time. I don't think the twist makes that film and for the rest of the film is pretty. It's decent.
Yeah. But the second film he makes,
Unbreakable.
It's like a sort of superhero origin story, but more of a thriller rather than like a fantastical sort of action blockbuster kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, then after that it all kind of goes downhill, and people were disappointed, weren't they?
Signs, which I thought was okay. It was a decent film.
No, I didn't rate Signs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Signs, and then what was the next one? That was The Happening.
Shit. No. It was The Village next.
Okay.
The twist is it was all in modern day. Spoilers.
Oh, is that the one where it's supposed to be set in the past, but it's not set in the past? But it's, okay. And then what? Lady in the Water, The Happening.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Last Airbender.
Yeah. Yeah, not great really. So we're in 2016, 17 now it is. We're in 2017. He's brought out Split
in January.
What do you make of that?
Which is where films go to die. May I add?
Yeah, true.
My name's Hedwig.
How old are you?
9.
I've never seen a case like this before. 23 identities live in Kevin's body. Who are you?
Help me get out of here, Hedwig.
Well, what do you make of this film?
Well, surprisingly, it was actually quite decent.
I really enjoyed it.
Pretty good.
I would say better than that. I have a couple of gripes here and there, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's like a horror film, this. I don't want to give too much away, so rather than give you the premise of the film, I'll give you a few elements you can expect. There's kidnapping involved, there's some slasher stuff going on in there. There's James McAvoy sort of portray sort of maybe 5 different characters in the film. As in,
I think it's 7.
7? Is it 7? There's more. There's more in the
lore. There's 23 personalities overall.
7 in the film.
But
and yeah, just a really cool sort of really tense thriller. It makes you very uncomfortable at points as well, which again maybe we'll go into in more detail later.
I have one criticism that I can bring up.
Which is not a spoiler.
It isn't a spoiler, and that is just occasionally some of the dialogue is a bit awkward.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, like sometimes there's some. I've criticised this a lot in films lately, so I'm not going to go into much detail. But sometimes you get exposition dialogue. Like there was this one line I remember. Where you go, hey, so you've been at school for 3 years now, studying this or something. Just trying to set up this character or whatever. But it doesn't happen often, and
the Psychologist was very much like that as well.
And it's nowhere near as bad
as
other M. Night Shyamalan films.
Yeah.
But
flat.
In fact, it's flat. It's not even.
Okay.
It's almost not worth taking a shot over.
But let's just do it anyway.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
Why the hell not? I think really early on there's some odd editing choices with regards to the structure of the film. There's some shots in there, like the shot where the psychiatrist goes to visit her mate, the other old lady. They're sat down there, not really. It doesn't. I think they're trying to develop her as a character when really she's not. We don't care. Like we care about the girl, and we care about James McAvoy. The young girl who you sort of know going into this, she gets kidnapped. It's right at that point. It's right where she sort of wakes up and she's trying to figure things out with her mates, and the tension's there, and then it just goes to this, and you think, well, M. Night, where are you taking us here? Like, why? So yeah, I would say poor editing choices early on, just not enough focus. Give us McAvoy, give us the girls, That's the story. That's the interesting bit.
I would agree with you while I was watching it,
I'd say.
but after the film's finished and look back on it, I can see why.
I can.
I can see why.
Okay, so now let's get into spoiler territory.
This is serious spoiler territory. This is genuine spoilers. We're going to talk about the twist in the end of this film.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of Shyamalan, and his two good films,
Yeah.
or three good films now,
Yeah.
and you've not seen it, don't watch this.
Yeah.
Do not watch this.
Do not watch this.
Do not watch this.
Do not watch this.
Do not watch this. There's a person called Donut out there. You can watch this. That will be fine. But
it turns out. Okay, so we've got to explain this. James McAvoy, he's got these split personalities, and it turns out that he, the 25th personality, 24th personality is like a beast.
yes,
Just like an actual monster. He's stronger. He's just like, he's just like evil. He feeds off the flesh of people who have not suffered, which turns out to be the reason why he's got these girls in the first place. But unbeknownst to him, one of the girls that he picked up, turns out she's been nonced when she was a kid, which is like really, really harrowing. Probably doesn't help the fact I said nonce, but forget that.
of all the terminology you could have chosen, that is arguably probably the worst.
Anyway, she's been abused as a child, so she's considered to him as pure, and he will not eat her. He sort of sees her as an equal. Now this is where my problem is. Well, it does these flashbacks to this old kind of camping trip with her and her uncle, the uncle of course who's abused her, and the way it reveals the situation, for me it was I don't know if it was bordered on distasteful. I don't know. Yeah. I felt very uncomfortable, and I just thought maybe a better way of doing it in terms of the story was to maybe just hint at it through the flashbacks rather than give it away. Hint at it, and then you get the big reveal where there's a point where he's about to kill her. She's used a shotgun on him. The shotgun's not working. Nothing physical can kill him. But then he sort of sees the scars, that are revealed on her body, and he goes, you're like me. And I thought that would have been a better reveal for the fact that she'd have been abused, maybe.
I personally thought that scene itself, it was uncomfortable. I think it was meant to be uncomfortable.
It was, but it would have made for a nice reveal, is my point as well. The reveal, like when you see her scars, that she's been abused, like that, and then because it's all building up to that, you think, oh, this guy's going to get her.
But he doesn't. I can't agree. I can't agree and disagree because the way it was presented to me, it was effective. I could not say if it would have been more effective if it had been done the way that you're saying. Okay. But it works for me.
Okay, fair enough.
So I can't personally take a shot for it.
Okay, I will take a shot for it.
I guess now, super spoilers. So there's the spoilers, and then there's super spoilers.
Like the inception of spoilers.
It is. It's spoilers within spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big twist in this film is that it turns out that the whole time it's all in her head. It was all a dream. Actually, that's what I thought it was.
No, not quite.
I thought that was what the twist was going to be.
Seriously?
Seriously. Yeah, I thought these personalities were all going to be her personalities because of the trauma that she's been through, and all these.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be.
Fair enough.
I thought it was what it was building up to, but no. It turns out that this film is actually a sort of sequel, or at least part of the universe of the film Unbreakable,
which is the best M. Night Shyamalan film so far.
It is.
Yeah.
Which I personally think is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
However, the way it was done, for me personally, wasn't as good as it could have been.
It trivialised what was the main... even though James McAvoy, he's very much the focus of this film, and his performance, obviously steals it. But for me, the focus of the narrative is the young girl who's taken by McAvoy. Turns out, that he wants really to eat her. That's why he's doing it, because he wants to awaken the beast within himself and eat her. And then it turns out that because she has been abused, he considers her an equal and he will not do that, and then that's how she survives. She sort of escapes through that, and there's kind of a message there about how maybe, you know, sort of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, which I found quite reassuring. What I didn't like was, like, because that was the main story, there's a scene at the end of the film where the police lady, she's there, she says, listen, we've got you now, you're okay, you're safe, let's take you back to your uncle's house. At that point you think, oh, maybe not. And she sort of looks at her, this sort of glare as if to say, I don't fucking think so. And that was cool because so far I'm guessing like the character just sort of, she was sort of powerless and she's had to put up with it. But it seems like that was the point when she's like, you know what, no, even though I've been through this massive ordeal, I've now sort of got the courage to go, actually no. And that to me was the main story. And that if it had just finished there, that would have been lovely. That would have been like, okay, yeah, that's just a great story. That's perfect character arc, and that's how you finish your film. Or your sort of compromise would have worked as well, which was...
I said that afterwards she should have been brought to the police station, and in the end of Unbreakable, you see in text that Bruce Willis has been working with the police.
That's right.
So after she's been, you know, talked to in the... I don't want to say interrogation room. She's not being interrogated. Interview room.
Yeah.
The last shot is we see someone walk in and say, "No, tell me everything that happened." And it's Bruce Willis as, "My name's David Dunn," or whatever.
Yeah.
And that would have been a cool ending.
Yeah. But instead, what we get is it goes from the nice scene and then it cuts to a diner somewhere. You get this sort of the news flashes. You know, the police are saying that. You know.
I remember she was kidnapped by
this random woman at a table who's clearly not, you know, not a film buff. She's like, oh, that's kind of like that time when that guy in the wheelchair tried to kill all those people.
Fuck off! That's nothing like that.
It's like, well, for a start, it's not. She's obviously talking about Mr. Glass, and Bruce Willis turns around and goes, "Yeah, you're talking about Mr. Glass," and it's like, oh, he's the guy.
Yeah, it's that dude from that film that I saw that one time.
And for me, it just cheapened the moment. It just cheapened this lovely character arc we've been given, and it brought it into sort of Marvel Universe world building territory. Like,
in all fairness though, if that wasn't there, then the whole idea of him transforming into this sort of this beast, because he does genuinely transform, he gets all veiny, he gets more, he gets stronger.
That's supernatural.
I think that would have been a bit silly otherwise.
Okay, so you're saying you need... No, I bought into
now that it takes place into this universe.
I bought it completely. I just said, well, you know what, I'm going with it. Okay, he turns into a beast. It worked. It just worked.
Okay, but we both have to take issue with the ending, but for various different reasons.
Okay,
for you, it's the concept. For me, it's the execution.
Yeah. Fair enoff. Let's
shot for it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Final rating.
Yeah.
I'm at a 2 out of 5. Personally,
okay.
I'm feeling buzzed because it's a very well made film. I have some problems with it that kind of take away from it a little bit, but I really enjoyed it overall.
Okay.
What do you think? We've not touched upon the fact that it's actually really funny as well.
Oh, it is.
There are some really funny scenes.
It is funny.
Especially
that's the acting. But I think that's all McAvoy. That's not the director. That's McAvoy. I think McAvoy. It's worth stressing it. Like I say again, McAvoy's performance is superb. It deserves recognition for that performance because really he lifted what could have been an average film to actually a really good film. He absolutely carried the film. It is a 2 out of 5 on the inebriameter, but overall he's back on form. He's back on form. Let's see what
Touch wood.
Time. Touch wood.
Touch wood.
Yeah, there you go.
The world will understand now. The beast is real. He's done awful things to people and he'll do awful things to you.
So our next video coming up is going to be the Shots Fired Awards.
Yeah.
So would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
So yeah, well, you know, in our last video we gave our Brian Lomax, typical Oscar sort of awards, the typical categories like best actor, best director, so forth. What are we doing this time? Oh god! Oh.
Now that's more like it, isn't it? This is much better without George. Yes, this is how it was always meant to be. He's a right prick, isn't he? He's full of shit. I know, he says he's strawberry blonde, but we all know he's ginger.
No, I'm sorry. No, hang on. What? Yeah. I don't.
What are you doing?
I don't even get it. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. It's too dark. It's weird. It's just not
Fuck
what
off,
we do.
George.
It's not even funny.
Fuck
Forget
off.
it.
No.
Forget it.
You're in this.
Rubbish.
Get out.